Multi-vector integration is Kazakhstan's chosen course of development, and the program, Single Market. Difficulties increase the nearer we approach the goal. Like a star that shines afar, slowly now and without rest, let each man turn with steady sway around the task that rules the day and do his best. The great poet and thinker, Wilhelm Goethe. Today's episode of Single Market will be inspired by the spirit of these inspirational thoughts. Hello, my name is Pavel Kokdyshev. The market for rare metals, rare but right on the money. Kazakhstan, Vietnam, upcoming prospects of these distant countries. School of Market Economics, Green Light to Green Transformers, will tell us more about the work of the Eurasian Economic Commission. The Eurasian Economic Union started its work in January of this year, and its regulatory body, the Eurasian Economic Commission, back in February of 2012. The reason behind this long preparatory period, which lasted almost 3 years, is the governing rules of secession. The Eurasian Economic Commission, in its time, played the role of a supranational regulator of the customs union. The main mission of this regulatory body is ensuring compliance with the principles of mutually beneficial economic cooperation within the union, establishment of optimal conditions for further integration and expansion of relations that are in the interest of the Eurasian Economic Union. This project definitely has a great future, and the better we work together, the more attractive it will be for participants from other countries. The Eurasian Economic Commission is comprised of a council and a collegium. Members of the council are comprised of one prime minister from each of the participant countries. Today, the collegium is comprised of 3 representatives from Kazakhstan. These people are responsible for very important spheres of Kazakhstan's economy, financial policy, questions concerning the energy and transport sectors, as well as anti-monopoly regulation and the policy on competition. Members of the collegium fulfill the function of ministers who oversee the work of specialized departments. In total, there are 23 of such departments. Our administrative establishment is not that big in comparison with, let's say, the European Commission, so this allows for sufficiently quick decision-making. Each department works on a specific set of issues, conducts monitoring activity, defines common rules, and adopts decisions on the development of sectors of the economy for which it is responsible. For example, the Department for Agricultural Policy today is setting the technical standards on safety and movement of agricultural products within the framework of Eurasian integration. Within the framework of the Eurasian Economic Union Agreement, we have a provision for the development of common rules for carrying out control on phytosanitary and veterinary safety, including in the spheres of livestock breeding and seed farming, which would aid in the reduction of trade barriers. Each country that is a member of the Eurasian Economic Union participates in the development of technical standards and regulations. By the way, within the sphere of agricultural policy, Kazakhstan is responsible for rules and regulations concerning the safety of fish products and feedstuff. Kazakhstan is also responsible for a whole set of issues concerning the formation of a single market of medicinal and pharmaceutical products. Rules on registration of medicinal products are developed by the Center under the Ministry of Health and Social Development of the Republic of Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan has also taken upon itself quite a serious task on the harmonization of legislative articles on pharmaceutics. Such a comprehensive and multi-level approach to the work of the Eurasian Economic Commission ensures neutrality, transparency, and mutual trust. And this is especially important during the formation stage of the new integration union. Georgy Krusenko, Denis Fokin, Moscow, exclusively for Single Market. Rare earth metals. Today they are used in the most diverse types of production, metallurgy and nuclear industry, space industry and electronics. They are critical to the construction of rockets, smartphones and LCD TVs. That is why countries with large deposits of rare earth metals become world suppliers of resources necessary for high-tech products. What is the state of the rare earth metals market today, and what is Kazakhstan's place in it? Our expert correspondent Alexander Galiev has more on this. Rare earth metals are sometimes called rare earths. This group consists of 17 elements including lanthanum, scandium, yttrium, and lanthanides. The cost of extraction of these metals are quite high, around $40,000 per ton. The world market of these resources is estimated at $15 billion annually and is currently exhibiting a positive dynamic. The share of rare earth metals is increasing in the production of optic fiber, memory devices, energy storage devices, and fuel ingredients. According to experts' forecast, in the near future, these metals will find their use in the production of electric cars and solar batteries. 95% of all rare earth metals and oxides are based on them, are supplied by China, which has 36% of world resources. And until not so long ago, China practically supplied the entire world with these metals. The situation began to change with China's introduction of quotas on the export of rare earth metals. Reaction on the world markets has been a spike in the prices. In these conditions, Kazakhstan has a real chance to realize its potential on this market, especially since, according to the assessment of experts, in 2015, the world deficit of rare earth metals, which include neodymium, europium, terbium, dysprosium, and yttrium, will amount to 20,000 tons. For Kazakhstan, it will be a tough road ahead, where the country is already taking concrete steps towards realizing its goal. They include new plans in the sphere of geological exploration and new incentives for investors who would provide funds for the development of new extraction sites and for operations of already existing ones. The main player on the Kazakhstani market of rare earth metals is the national company Kazatomprom. One of its large-scale projects is manufacturing of products with the use of such rare metals as beryllium, tantalum, and niobium. A year ago, a project on the production of concentrates and rare earth metal compounds was announced in Kazakhstan. The project is worth 4.4 billion Kazakhstan tenge, and the projected capacity is 1,500 tons. Foreign investors are also expected to enter the market as the government of Kazakhstan offers a new incentive package. If all goes well, Kazakhstan has a real chance of entering the list of top 5 producers of rare earth metals in the world. Experts believe that if a free trade zone is created between Vietnam and countries of the Eurasian Economic Union, this would lead to a 2.5 times increase in the volume of trade flows, from $4 billion to $10 billion. According to the ambassador of Vietnam to Kazakhstan, this project has very good prospects. Within the territory of Southeast Asia, Vietnam has quite an advantageous geographic position. The country has a direct access to the western part of the Pacific Ocean, the longest coastline along the Eastern Sea, and 3 neighboring countries, Laos, Cambodia, and China. These conditions already guarantee Vietnam an active role as a participant in the integration processes.
Như các bạn đã biết thì
Vietnam today is a member of various economic alliances, including the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, and World Trade Organization. With the establishment of the Eurasian Economic Union, we have an opportunity to expand cooperation with members of this union as well. This will happen within the framework of the agreement on a free trade zone between Vietnam and countries of the Eurasian Economic Union. The new format of trade and economic relations is promising for all participants, including specifically for Kazakhstan and Vietnam, countries the economy of which have a complementary character. Trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Vietnam may provide an additional impetus under the conditions of the free trade zone. We're world producers of agricultural and food products such as tea, coffee, tropical fruits, and sea products. We also produce a large volume of textile and sewn products, pharmaceuticals, and electronics.
Và năm 2013 thì cái kim ngạch thương mại giữa hai nước.
Vietnam's consumer market holds great prospects for us. Its population is 6 times the population of Kazakhstan. Today, the Republic is interested in Kazakhstan's products such as metals, rawhide, mineral fertilizers, as well as machines and equipment for the extraction industry. Aside from this, Kazakhstan would be able to get access to the large markets of Southeast Asia and the Asia and Pacific region through Vietnam. Mutually beneficial conditions within the framework of a free trade zone can be created through the establishment of joint enterprises and in the production of light industry products. Today, many Western companies, including those with well-known brand names, prefer to establish their production facilities not in China, but in Vietnam, due to much lower production costs. Our countries have great potential for the establishment of joint enterprises, and this is definitely something that we have to take advantage of, especially since Vietnam and Kazakhstan act as international transit corridors. A good niche for cooperation between Vietnam and Kazakhstan is the tourism sector. In Vietnam, currently this sector is experiencing an economic boom. New resorts are being established, modern hotels are being built, and the flow of tourists is increasing. Vietnam is abundant in historical landmarks and natural sites. Many of them have been declared by UNESCO as objects of world heritage. A tropical zone with a warm climate all year round is a great setting for all of this. The distance between Vietnam and Kazakhstan is quite big, more than 7,500 kilometers. But within the framework of the prospective free trade zone, our countries will become closer to each other. This symbolic integration should happen already in 2015. Expansion of the geography of international deliveries and an increase in the share of exports up to 60% by 2020. These are the ambitious tasks set by one of Kazakhstan's companies working in the electronic sphere. The company facilities produce transformers. What is so special about these products? The company, Allegium Electric, is one of the biggest players on Kazakhstan's market of electro-technical equipment. It holds a share of 80% of all substation equipment supplied in the country. The company's assets include 12 large plants located in various regions. At the same time, the share of local content in the products of this enterprise is 80%, and total annual turnover is $300 million. Another special aspect of this company is that its operations are all within the framework of green economy. Here, transformers are produced, the use of which do not present harm to the environment. Instead of oil, which evaporates and over time pollutes the air, we use a dry transformer and a special compound, which does not produce any emissions. Unique packaged modular buildings are also assembled at this Almaty branch of the company. Products analogous to this does not exist across the entire Central Asia. Production of electric substations begins with these metal sheets. They are perforated, bent, and boiled. Then various components are fixated. As a result, we get this type of packaged modular building. The packaged modular building has switches, a microprocessor-based defense system, auxiliary transformers, and voltage transformers. All this equipment is produced at our plant. Annually, the company produces 10 units of these products. 1/3 is exported to Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. Every year, the share of exports of all branch enterprises of this company increases on average by 15 to 20%. In December of last year, the company signed an agreement with its colleagues from China on the attraction of investments into a joint project. Within the framework of this agreement, a new plant for the production of transformers will be built in Shymkent. A law on investments was signed giving investment preferences in the form of a 30% return on capital expenses, relief from income tax for up to 10 years, and customs duties on raw materials and equipment. It is expected that the new enterprise will stimulate growth on the market of electro-technical equipment not only in Kazakhstan, but also in the countries of the Eurasian Economic Union. Oleg Boldyrev, exclusively for Single Market. That's all for today. My name is Pavel Koktishev. As a reminder, all the episodes of our program are available on www.kazakh-tv.kz.